Hey Pisces, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from September 2nd through the 4th, 2022. This is for Pisces, last shuffle there. Just so you know, I'm not going to be shuffling forever. Taking steps in loss. You may be trying to recover from a loss here. But this is not a total loss, right? Sometimes the event of a loss, a lot of times, so there's different interpretations. It could either be that you let something go on purpose and you're just watching it go, like making sure it gets, goes away. But also too, this could be like negligence, right? Like, oh man, I forgot to tie this down, or maybe you forgot to tie some loose end. But this is about maybe like more so than anything, I'm seeing a recovering from a loss or trying to prevent a loss. So it could be any of that, right? As many Pisces that are out there. And this is about working with something new, taking steps to maybe recover something. Trying to fix something that was lost, trying to repair something. So this would be about, it looks like more than anything else, trying to make some changes. It's trying to make changes in order to either prevent a loss or to recover from one. So this is something there, right? And we have a lot of earth energy, and so this would be something, could be something tangible, not something more so spiritual, but something tangible. And then Ace of Cups would probably signify more than anything else how important it is to you. It could be something sentimental. Well. Something that left you or someone that left you and is coming back. So this is what this is, right? You're taking steps to work with someone that may have walked away, right? And had you working with, this looks like working with fantasy. There was some sort of fantasy or something. Like maybe they weaved together something, they dangled out some hope, and then they took it back. And so this is about being very cautious now, maybe not even trusting them anymore. So this doesn't, we have Scorpio here. So this could be a water sign. Doesn't have to be. You could have this heavily in your chart too. But honestly, the taking steps is like right now, Pisces is more so like, listen, I'm willing to work with what I've got in front of me, but there's not much to go on because there's a lot that I don't know. There's a lot that I'm not sure about with the Seven of Cups. Someone has weaved an illusion around you, or maybe you just feel like you're just not clear about what this new beginning could mean, or what this new person's trying to say to you. So there may be someone new coming around, and it seems like you can't trust what they say, maybe. And they may be in and out or something like that for this to come in, and you're just like trying to figure it out, like trying to work with it. Like what do I do with that? But Death would say to me that they leave and come back. Or they, you know what I mean? They have contact, they open up, and then they close back up. The loss aspect with the Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, this looks like you chose to let it go, chose to watch it leave, like fine, and work on fixing things, like you may have let someone go right here because there was so much confusion, and then you're like, you know what, I'm going to work on myself, I'm going to make some changes for me, and within me. Look, Two of Cups, this is maybe just maybe romantic. And then with the new supportive connections, this is about realizing here, learning a lot about what makes you happy. Okay, what would come together in a way that would make you happy, learning about that, but also about what you're willing to let go of, your fears, right? The depth of your fears, what caused you to let it go in the first place. It's like getting to the nitty gritty of like, what caused you to be so confounded with confusion. You know what I mean? Like, what we do a lot of times as people, like if you are in some sort of like, you're in a relationship and it just seems like not necessarily that it's too good to be true, but that there's some things up in the air, there's red flags, but when you're really in love, you overlook a lot of red flags and try to rationalize them. And then you look back after you've been through a situation, you look back and go, how in the heck did I not see X, Y, Z? And I've been there too. Yeah, everybody, I don't know if everyone's been there, but I can relate to this energy because they're trying to show me a feeling. And I'm like, trying to relay it in a way, but it looks like this is about figuring out what your fears are, because maybe fears had driven you to hold on to a situation. And So this would be like digging deep, and new supportive connections would be about meeting new people, or meeting couples even, and then looking at yourself going, oh my gosh, like you could see yourself in some of the situations, and they're supportive and explaining things, maybe even what they've learned and how they've learned to cooperate and how they've learned to interact with their person, or just things that they've learned, fundamentals about just relating to others. And so this would be about that, right? And then true love here, what kicks all this off is realizing that there's a lot of stuff that you don't even know about yourself. So you have the moon and the King of Cups. So this could be a Cancer, right? Cancer energy, Pisces, I mean, not Pisces, Scorpio. So you have a lot of other water energy. So this definitely could indicate that the emotion, like when it comes to emotions, this would be about going back in the past too, and looking at yourself and saying, I gave a lot of love to somebody, and or to people in general, and maybe it was more so like there's a reason for it, as far as like why you may have been so open. It's not that there's something wrong with you or a deficit within you. It's like, how like you look at yourself and go, I gave so much love to other people, because a lot of people would say, what's wrong with you that you keep attracting a certain type of person? And it's like, that's when you kind of look at yourself and go, I loved so strong from a certain place, but there's still something that maybe that's, something hidden inside of me, or something like a shadow energy of me that keeps attracting people that that don't reciprocate the love back in a way that I give. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you, but this almost like with true love is about looking at yourself, and it's also about how you can, like I'd say sometimes, you can only love somebody from where you are, and you can only meet people where they are. No matter how high you vibrate, they will never understand what you're talking about if they're down here. You have to come down here and look at them in their eye and then help them elevate up. And a lot of times it's one of those things where they may never reach where you are, and so it's almost like you have to let them learn and go, and find other things or other places or people that resonate with you more. And so this would be about you looking at yourself going, I love very deeply, however with this energy, sometimes this looks like I regret paying or putting a lot of energy into something that I couldn't see clearly about. I didn't understand. Love is blind. You're blindly going in, showering a lot of care onto something, and it's like you're disappointed every time, or you've been disappointed. Oh gosh. So this is about looking back at that and kind of like doing like an introspection of self, and then because of that, you're running into people that are actually going through, and it may be like, you may feel like there's signs and synchronicities in the people you're meeting, that it's almost like they're talking about or sharing experience about what they've learned in their life, and you may be watching people figure things out, maybe even going to therapy or something where they're figuring out how to relate better with their person. And so at this point, it's almost like then it kind of dawns on you why you chose to let something go, so that you can work on yourself a little bit more and make some changes within yourself. Because it looks like you're taking steps to kind of like walk away from a situation in order to come back together in a way where things are completely transformed. Very nice. It looks like happiness is here in a sense, like you're looking for your happiness. You're looking back to see how maybe you had a part to play in something, kind of thing. But very nice. The signs that I do see were Scorpio, and I saw Cancer, and I've also seen another Pisces here. So that may be a part to play, or you have those signs heavily in your chart. But if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.